Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth, 23 wins in a row, no problem. Good rate of fire, looks like decent damage. The negative, which probably will do basically nothing for us in the early game here, but also wooden nickel. Relax is not that bad. This is what I would describe as maybe like a slightly below average start. Our stats are okay, and our HP has a adequate mix of having enough to keep us alive through a couple of mistakes, which I think is very important, combined with the fact that we have some diversity. We have a red heart and a blue heart. All we need now is a white heart, and we got the full suite of American Hearts, which sounds like a great song by Kenny Rogers. But that means that, as long as we play decently, we should have a good chance at a... Ooh, good luck with that so far. A deal with the devil. And, wooden nickel basically is like maybe 6 or 7 cents per floor, which allows us to buy a couple of items, maybe extra from the shop that we would otherwise be unable to find, including a spirit heart, which is what I'm hoping for here. And we've really gone like 4 for 4 on this, which is wonderful, but maybe a bomb would be nice here as well. I really think that we've got the tools to succeed. I don't want to boil everything in Isaac down to like just its mathematical equivalent for us. Like, oh, on the expected value of an average wooden nickel run is, 15 cents or something like that. It's valuable conceptually. Ball of Tar is just okay, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It's useful conceptually to be like, here's where we stand, and here's what we're gonna have to do in order to succeed on this run. But I think that it also takes a little bit of the magic away, and leads to you looking at Isaac through a little bit more of a mathematical or arithmetic style lens. And well, I appreciate that when it comes to maybe other things in my life. In Isaac, I like to maintain a little bit of that extra magic, and in that we'll just say, oh, it's magic, Couldn't believe it's not so... I don't even know what note that was, but it's the first time I've ever hit it, I'll tell you that much. Let us now, with 3 bombs, go find this other tinted rock, which I think is right here, and I'll take anything, really. Even a golden chest wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. A tears upgrade is also very nice. We can actually use a shot speed upgrade, believe it or not. Because I think that our effective range is very low, but it's not necessarily just because of our range, it's because of our shot speed to some extent as well. For now, 2 bombs probably allows us access into our regular secret room, which seems to be here. Wow, seems to be here? Okay, disregard. We will not be finding our second secret room, or our regular secret room is what I meant to say. Luckily, we're fighting Pin, very low on HP, and if we can actually slow him... it does make our life a little easier, but honestly, I think I gotta say, apart from the secret room failures there, pretty much perfect play on this floor. We got HP out of it. Effectively, like, literally doubled our HP. 2 red hearts and 2 spirit hearts, a tears upgrade, and Ball of Tar, which again, not my favorite item in the game, but I think... I've been worried that, as I've come back from being away from Isaac, not in terms of video uploads, but in terms of actually playing it, because the backlog was so huge, I was worried that maybe I'd lost a little bit of my mojo, but this first floor has made me feel like, hey, we're holding it together here. Guess who's back? Back again. Yeah! NL's back. Tell your friends. Click the like button to share the video. It helps a lot. And subscribe. Okay, I mean... it's almost a little patronizing. Sometimes you come up with a quick little parody like that. People go, how does he do it? The trick is, I've said this many times, my trick for rambling, and it took me a long time to get there, and I'm not saying I'm the world's greatest expert at that either. That's not nice damage. The trick is just to allow yourself to fail, and then back yourself into a corner, I think. You conversationally, you gotta leave yourself only an amazing out. And then if you find it, beautiful, and if you fail at it, people mostly go, hey, at least you tried. We're going to explore the entire floor before we go on to our boss fight here. I think with wooden nickel and 1 key, we should be able to get to 15 cents or greater. And it would be really nice to do that. I should be safe here. Yeah. It would be really nice to do that. Maybe we could pick up a black candle. Maybe we could pick up a spirit heart and a key. maybe we could pick up a Spirit Heart, a key, and a card or something. I don't really want to go to the shop just yet, because if we get stuck at 14 cents, I might rather go to the item room while I have 0 bombs, so this is going to determine that pretty quickly. But let's see what we get out of this. This room's big. Really, really want to keep our Spirit Hearts alive, because those might be what we end up surviving on post-Deal with the Devil, in our post-Deal with the Devil universe here. Good stuff. I'm hoping... I mean, I don't really care if that champion drops a battery charge. That's not that meaningful, but if we can get a key out of this room, that would also be sweet. He did drop a battery charge, and we got a key, and we got to 15 cents. And we got a nickel payout, which is kind of ridiculous. But our item room was garbage. Farting Baby is not going to provide us with very much usefulness here. So, now we come down and we go to our shop, and we hope to find something a little better. I think you probably go restock. It's very good. We got a 2 of hearts, which is probably not useful, but could be later. And then credit card. Now, credit card you roll with for sure. And, you know, the general consensus is probably use it immediately to save your HP, but then we lose precedent. So I think it's more valuable for us to maybe take one of the Deal with the Devil items and then use credit card to take the other one for free. Or possibly we may find ourselves in a situation where we want to take both and then use credit card even later, but we'll see. I have a bad track record with credit card of trying to get a little too cute with it and not making it work for myself. You know, it's a little... I've learned a lot of lessons. As this is like the dorkiest thing I've ever said. You know, people look down on it, but I've learned a lot of lessons from playing Magic the Gathering, man. Sometimes you pick up your hand in Magic the Gathering and you go, oh, I can combo this card off of this card, and you're waiting for like the perfect opportunity to use it, and it just never comes to pass, and then you're left holding all these cards like a freaking moron, right? I think you get more value by, you know, giving yourself maybe a little window to grab that, but instead just making sure that you get usefulness out of this. So I think here you take the Guppy item for free, or you pay for the Guppy item, then you use credit card, take Spirit of the Night for free, come back and grab the Halo, and look at that. Basically, in that shop with the credit card, we got 2 HP because we didn't have to pay for it. We'll go quickly into here and check and see if we get anything, and we did not, so we'll run forever. And we could go back and get a bomb, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's save our money, use it on the next floor, and every penny still counts. We are a little bit behind schedule, but I really think on the first 2 floors here, we played very well. And, you know, the run reflects that right now. We're at 16 cents. With restock, we got 1 Guppy item, we got a Halo, and we got the ability to fly with Spectral Tears. Not really blowing the doors off, offensively speaking, but very, very solid. We got a lot of very, very solid potential on this run as well. Now, let's stop running into enemies and taking stupid damage. One thing I'd like to work on is our consumable economy, and also an item room giving us something that isn't just like a 3 out of 10 would be nice. Ball of Tar is better than Farting Baby, no doubt, but still, neither of those are enormous coups for us in any way, shape, or form. That's okay. Get a battery charge. Might as well use it to grab some money for now. The side effect is that I'm hoping that we can get luck upgrades out of our pennies that we drop from heaven here, but I'm not sure if that actually is possible. But if it is, you know, you'd expect this to give us a couple of luck upgrades over the course of a run, which would be enough to generate maybe a few extra chests. Right now, I'm super stoked to have restock, because combined with Wooden Nickel, we actually are able to make our cute plays here. We should be able to buy maybe 2 items per floor if we play our cards right. I'm not saying we're going to get 30 cents per floor, but if we can get a Steam sale or something, you know, there's a chance that we could pull out a pretty amazing economic coup here. I know, it's 2 coups on 1 floor. It's a cuckoo kaboogie. I don't know, that's something about that didn't sound right. This is like a diction that I'm not comfortable with. Just fight the boss. We know we have 2 HP, so I don't mind fighting the boss right now. Even though I think we're a little underpowered, best way to get overpowered is to, you know, fight the boss, get a DPS upgrade, and maybe get a deal with the devil at the same time or something. So, we're fighting the Frail. First phase of the Frail is no big deal. It's basically... Is it literally just the pin fight? It may just literally be the pin fight, with a second phase that is fairly substantially harder. But still, he's relatively on the non-tanky side, so this has gone just fine. Range plus tears, we do need both of those, but we really rolled like Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is bad, right? In craps, Snake Eyes is not good. I hope so, because that's really the only way that fits my narrative here. The fact, basically, it's just a roundabout way of saying I really wish we got not 3 red hearts, like even 1 spirit heart, 1 demon heart, or something like that would have been a nice touch. But still, we didn't need the tiers upgrade. We do need the range. I was talking about shot speed earlier. Range and shot speed, you know, 2 different sides of the same coin. So happy to have it. 2 different sides of the same former Calgary Flames and Chicago Blackhawks defenseman Adrian Aucoin. Okay, what do we got in here? I don't really... I mean, I think you get that. I don't really want to get anything else, but I'll clear Ventricle Razor out because it is a 7-cent item, and then Broken Stopwatch is fine. And then, sure, now it's all of a sudden very worth it. And I think the sensible play here is you take a single penny... leave, come back in. Oh, sorry. First, you take a single penny, grab this, leave, come back in, and now all of a sudden we got 7 cents in there. I think you still stick with wooden nickel in the hopes that it will give us a... it'll give us 2 cents every time it pays out. Now, the nickels don't double, which is unfortunate, but not really a huge problem, I suppose. And I think this is good. Again, we've improved ourselves markedly, but not enough that the run is a foregone conclusion. And I've been asking for harder and harder runs. Not, you know, not to brag about it, but just to be like, let's keep this challenging, you know? That's how you keep your skills sharp. It's not by just, you know, playing the game on easy mode over and over. You gotta deal with challenges. And this run is not difficult, but it's certainly not as easy as some of the ones that we've had recently. And I think the timing right now reflects that. Like, we are very close on boss rush. We're actually behind, and I'd say we're behind by a not insignificant amount, but that can change pretty quickly depending on what's in our item rooms here. And I think we've played this one pretty well as well. Okay, Purity can be... It runs the gamut from largely unnoticeable to actually really amazing, but right now we've just got a pretty considerable speed upgrade thanks to that, and honestly, that's pretty good. Gives me a little bit more tolerance for bad positioning on this fight. So we're going to be maybe 2 minutes behind schedule when we leave here. I wouldn't worry about boss rush that much. I'd worry more about, you know, if possible, establishing ourselves well for the Hush fight. You know, restock, especially if we can get to like 99 cents, is amazing on the Hush fight. We can change, you know, from getting 1 or 2 items to getting, I guess 2 or 3 items to getting much more than that at the very least. We don't want little chest, but I figured we'll get Battery Baby and it can freeze enemies from time to time and, you know, give us extra charges that will give us more money. In many ways, I think this item will probably pay for itself pretty quickly. Alright. Caves 2, which is actually Flooded Caves. Whatever the heck that means. Nothing there. Obviously, yes, I'm being facetious. I'm very impressed with your knowledge of Roman numerals. You must either play a lot of Final Fantasies or watch a lot of Super Bowls. Okay, we do have... I mean, at this point, when you have a contract from below, this is Humbling Bundle. But when you have Humbling Bundle, every single opportunity you get to open a chest you should take, because your expected value is like twice as high. You can tell I played Magic this weekend. Everything's EV this, expected value that. Oh, tap Thermo Alchemist, deal 1 to your face, untap Thermo Alchemist as I cast Tormenting Voice, discarding Fiery Temper, tapping to ping you for 1, Fiery Temper causes, pay the Madness cost, ping you for 3, and then tap Thermo Alchemist, you're dead. It's turn 2, you're dead, okay. I'm trying not to just completely alienate my entire audience, but I'm failing pretty miserably at that. Are you telling me there's 2 deflectors over here? It's ridiculous. Let me get in there. There we go. Can't go to the mob trap room. Slight bummer. We haven't been able to make those work out that well for us so far. But look at this. We spent like probably 50 cents on the last floor. And we're already back up to 26. That is it's a tale of 2 kitties, Garfield style. 1 kitty wants to buy you flowers, that's what I said now. 1 cat wants to eat lasagna. Get him some ricotta. Is that how you pronounce that cheese? Ricotta? At the ricotta lasagna. Definitely will take deep pockets. Spider Mod or Mom's Purse. I think Mom's Purse is probably better, but Spider Mod's pretty fun in and of itself. And again, you know, this is another example of me trying not to be too cute with the plays. I really just want to get as many items as possible. Of course, if I can get, you know, some of the marquee shop items like Black Candle and Champion Belt, I'm into that, but the more items we can amass, the more fun this run is going to be, and the better this run is going to be. Not because it's more fun, but just because it's, you know, it is getting markedly better each time. Justice is going to be pretty sweet for us here. And I'm not worried about an arcade, really, at all. I don't care about the arcades as much as I care about, you know, just cycling through these items as fast as possible. And if we don't spend our money, we're going to regret it, because we're not going to, you know, be able to get much out of it, except for possibly the Hush fight. This is a really, really good run, considering that item rooms have been predominantly terrible. And I do mean terrible. Largely some combination of useless or, like, barely useful passives. I think now you take the other passive, which is Mom's Purse, and you possibly just move on at this point, or we could be, like, really cute with it and use Dice Shard, and I think that may have just won us the game. So we'll be a little rude to our donation machine. Sorry, donation machine. And then we'll buy Sack Boy. We'll leave re-enter. I was hoping that would become a sack. One of them did become a sack. And now I'm like, can we generate sacks with wooden nickel? Because if so, we've created a win, basically. Sack Boy is a game-winning item by itself a lot of the time. Now, the Stain, not a super difficult enemy to fight, but probably one of the enemies on the caves, too, I take the most damage against. That was not good. How did I deflect those shots backwards? Machine Gun Jubblies! How did I miss those, baby? Okay. Good. We did get a deal with the devil here. Growth hormones is awesome. We will definitely take Sack Dagger. This is a fast version of the Wallmaster, as we can tell from Broken Stopwatch. So that was really dumb to just run into it like that. But life goes on. Life should go on anyway. Let's come back here. Now that we've got less HP, we may want to consider... I know that the boss rush is, like, out of the question at this point. But we may want to consider buying a Spirit Heart. There is none for sale. We may want to go to our boss trap room. Oh, Aura has given us a huge bonus here. And even at 2 keys, that's well worth it. I mean, look at all the sacks we're getting here. We did spend 2 keys, but with restock, we can get, like, infinite keys. Where do we get God's Flesh from? I guess the Spider Mod thing there. This was well worth it. Like, the 1 Spirit Heart is extremely valuable. I think the Sack Dagger pickup is, like, indisputably the right choice as well, but so far we're just... Ooh, careful. Basically what I'm getting at is, as long as there's a key in the shop, we're in a lovely position to spend 2 keys to get this degree of consumables. This was kind of ridiculous. Not to mention we just got 2 of spades out of it as well. So we're back to 33 cents. Is there anything we want from the shop at this point? I mean, we could buy 5 bombs to try to recycle it a little bit. I don't think it's the worst idea. Then we get PhD. PhD gives us Telepills, which is technically a way out of the boss rush. Even though I doubt we're going to make it, Telepills is still useful. So I think we'll roll like this. And again, the run continues to get stronger, albeit admittedly slower as well. We're at like 3.5 minutes behind schedule now, but I think that was smart for our overall chances of winning. And the whole reason I want to get the boss rush and cheese the shit out of boss rush is to increase our chances of winning. It's not just to feed, you know, my weird ego complex. Oh, I made it to boss rush 10 times in a row. That was a terrible use of 2 of diamonds, by the way. But I was like, I already got 2 things I like. It would have actually been much smarter to use 2 of spades there. Even though probably also dumb. Okay, stop with this, though. Spirit Hearts, please. I know you can get better bomb economy on this room. I just don't care. Like, as long as our bombs are rich, I'd rather not possibly risk completely wasting a bomb and instead just, you know, go for the high percentage play that is guaranteed to give us a good chance. Now, remember we do have a nice tier bonus thanks to Aura right now, so it really benefits us to not get hit. Of course, that's always the case, but even more so than usual in this situation. Not getting hit is pretty important. Item rooms, probably very secondary to shops at this point, but of course, you know, we should endeavor to hit both if possible. I think this is probably where we dump telepills, to be real with you. I won't be able to know where that... Well, first. I won't be able to know where the heck I'm going, but, I think it's still smarter to do it this way. We might as well just pop 2 of clubs, not that valuable. Pick up as much money as we can. Now crack these spirit hearts, please. We got 1 spirit heart. Why are we only getting 1? I'm not necessarily complaining, but 2 spirit hearts is a very common payout. I'm like consistently only getting 1 at this point, and it's a little bit of a bummer. Got a death card. Again, just crack it. Get some value out of it at least, and somehow we did not get hit there. So shop, item room, hopefully a decent deal with the devil. Honestly, a Krampus pickup would be pretty dope right now. And by Krampus pickup, I mean specifically lump of coal. Which I could see how you would be confused by my completely incorrect nomenclature. Lump of coal would be sick. Especially with this aura bonus, that's probably not going to last forever. We will take Mr. Mega. That's like the best item by far we've gotten from our item room so far. Sweet. And the war fight, honestly, should be fine. The only thing I'm worried about is, you know, knockback. I'm going to be hitting the Christ out of him here. Might be able to accidentally knock him into us, but... Oh, I walked into it! Walked into it, lost our tier bonus, that's okay. We got a bonus in some other avenue I'm unfamiliar with. That was dumb, though. We did get Ball of Bandages, and then a deal with the devil. Deal with the devil is Krampus. Now we have our tier bonus again, which is awesome. So thank you for that. And it's not Lump of Coal. After all that... talking is still not a lump of coal. Alright. Well, we have a Fool card. Again, I still think these are very valuable as teleport cards. This appears to be our shop. Certainly, car battery seems very solid. Is this where we go for Diplopia? I think it probably is where we go for Diplopia. And Diplopia car battery seems probably awesome. So now we unleash, you know, the true power of this battle station. And, excuse me, though. I'd like to... Yeah, if you'll excuse me, though, I need to buy Diplopia. I just wanted to buy as many Spirit Hearts as was possible there. Judgment, sure, you're gonna blow up. I mean, we got bombs. I really just want money at this point, and I'm, you know, very cognizant of the fact that sometimes Sackboy just combos off of itself infinitely. And in a way, that's almost really annoying. Like, please. There we go. More battery charges, sure. It's a little overkill, but I'll roll with it. So we have Fool, Emperor, Judgment. Another Judgment. Okay, so we will just blow up this Judgment for time's sake. We got a 2 of Spades. I think we'll just pop it. We're not going to need more than 66 keys in all likelihood. We're going to take Diplopia. We're going to take Blue Map. We should take Nun's Habit, but it doesn't matter too much. Do you want Fool, Emperor? I mean, I guess that's the best choice we have available to us at the present moment. Sure, let's move on. So, I don't think we're going to use the Emperor card right away. That seems foolish, but we'll probably use it on the Womb one as we often do. It's looking like this one is very set, especially now that we finally decided to cash in on the Recycle Spirit Heart game. And I don't know why Aura... Well, I just got hit again, but I don't know why the Aura was choosing to give us tears again. It seemed like I was being penalized and then no longer being penalized. But now, maybe I need to get hit one more time to bring the tier aura back. We've got the ability to afford that now, so that's okay. But really, if we just keep our... Excuse me? That went right through the wall. Is it because I have spectral tears? Have we been through this 20 times before? Give me an attack fly, please. What's our Diplopia play? You know, considering we can't do boss rush, our Diplopia play has to be the chest at this point. Guppy, not Guppy. We probably still have time for the Hush fight, but gonna have to be real quick about it. But keep in mind, we do have the Emperor, so maybe we don't have to be quite as quick as I was thinking. Dude, for real though. I mean, I don't mind giving you 40 keys. Like, we're not gonna need 30 keys either. Just, you know, meet me in the middle here. Meet me in the morning. Something at dawn. You know, Blood on the Tracks, 1975's best album. Anyway, okay, come on, though, dude. This is getting silly. Golden key. I mean, it pays for itself on this floor, I suppose. In some ways, maybe. Bad gas. What a wonderful pill. Not gonna do my Louis Armstrong impression, though. Blank rune. Which was... AWAS. Be careful about that. We don't want to accidentally fall in there. Dude, this is actually getting a little ridiculous. Come on, dude. I've given you like 50 keys. And your highest possible upside is like attack fly. So let's not act like you're doing me any favors here. I actually very soon will not be able to play you anymore. I just blew myself up to make your life a little easier. Dude, and can you stop dropping the shit right on top of the... Oh, I blew him up by accident because of Mr. Mega. God fucking damn it. Oh well. Well, that was a waste of everybody's time. And also, like, 60 keys. Real talk, well, that's helpful, but real talk, Afterbirth Plus mod to make key beggars actually useful would be pretty sweet. Like, actually give them a viable use beyond, like, commenters will yell at me if I don't do it, because technically it is objectively a good sink for these keys. Anything to give them, like, a slightly higher percentage chance to not just waste your fucking time would be awesome. Anyway, not that I'm bitter or anything. Moving on, we're still doing fine. I don't care about you. You've honestly, that guy ruined it for all beggars. Worldwide. It's the tragedy of the commons, man. So, real talk, I already told this story on the NLSS a little while ago, but if you don't watch the NLSS, and I'm sure there's many of you that do not, because you think I'm a no-talent hack, and that's okay. You know, I've been of that opinion myself from time to time. Starter deck, I think, is good, even though we have PhD, but nothing else here really tickles my fancy, so let's donate while I tell this story. Kate and I were in Oregon. We pull up to a gas station. It's a long drive, you know? It takes like 3/4 of a tank of gas for us to get to Portland from Vancouver. We needed a refill before we came back. So we go to the gas station, and then this dude wearing like a torn-up heavy metal t-shirt just walks up to my window. Now, we're, for the record, from a place where, you know, the society trusts us to pump our own gas. So I was like, what's up with this dude at the window? He's just got his hands in his pockets, and he's, like, looking at me, and I'm like, well, shit, we better at least, like, address him. I don't know if he's gonna kill me, or he's trying to carjack me or something. I just rolled down the window, and we're looking each other in the face. And then he goes, well, it was like 10 seconds, and he's like, well, do you want gas or what? And I was like, oh. You pump the gas? And he's like, yeah, in Oregon, people pump the gas for you. And I was like, all right, fill her up? Is that what people say? And that's the end of the story right there, but I really did at least temporarily think that I was being robbed. Which would have been fine, you know. I mean, it happens, I suppose. But it was very... In a way, it taught me a lot about myself. I was like, you gotta lighten up. Don't, you know, it's America. Is, you know, maybe people get robbed from time to time, but not everybody's out to get you. People get robbed in Canada all the time as well, you know, it's societally ubiquitous. But anyway, full-service gas stations are weird though, man. Like, one time when I was like 10, we went to a full-service gas station in my hometown in Canada, which it's not very commonly done anymore, but I guess there are still some places that do it. And then my mom went in to pay for the gas, because this is, you know, like slightly pre-ubiquitous card readers. She went in to pay for the gas, and some dude just got into the truck and turned it on and started driving away. And I was like, what the, whoa, what's going on? Oh my god, it's Mega. And also, we're Guppy. So that's pretty sick. Yeah, we'll definitely take Mega. Sorry, Diplopia. I guess Mega is just like one step above. And then he just parked over the side, and he's like, sorry, I'm just moving the truck out of the way so that, you know, other people can get gas behind you. And it's like, damn, dude. I'm glad we don't do full service anymore. It's very scary. It's rife for potential, you know, misunderstanding, apparently. So Mega Guppy is, you know, extraordinarily strong. Pretty much burned out like an entire charge on that room just waiting for some wall masters to exist, but that's alright. Because Mega will also generate flies, and keep in mind we also have Battery Baby, which is going to do a great job of, hopefully fostering more charges than we'd otherwise have access to. Now, we do need to not die, so to that point, I am going to take, oh, Sackboy's working nicely for us as well. To that point, I am going to take this Eternal Heart. I don't care about a permanent Polaroid invincibility that much. And all of a sudden, this has become quite a powerful run here. It was already competent, but now it's like, you know, highly competent. I'm busting out the big guns. And again, this is the real crux of our gameplay loop here, is generating flies off of the mega plays. Which is very frustrating so far as a result of the fact that we continue to encounter wall masters that apparently never spawn. We will be able to go down to the Hush fight, but I don't think Mega is that good against Hush, and we kind of like quintupled down on our HP loss there. So in the interest of, you know, playing a little bit more conservatively and safely, I'll probably avoid the Hush fight. We also only have 25 cents. We do have a lot of bombs, but I don't want to milk our donation machine just to, you know, get a lot of items on a run that's already won. As much as that might seem like a cop-out, I mean, I guess in many ways it is a cop-out. I don't want to lose my one run, especially when I lost a lot of HP, to make it zany already with this Mega play. And if you say Mega's not zany, you know, I don't know what to say to you. This is a very fun item, despite the fact that I mean, it's obviously overpowered. But items like Mega are proof that Tyrone and Edmund actually love you. Okay? So don't just look at them and say, oh, it's too powerful, you know? There's items that are too weak, there's items that are too powerful, that's okay. By the way, I recognize we could have Diplopia'd on that deal with the devil, and maybe saved a little HP, and also used Diplopia. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, there's really no reason to have not used Diplopia there, but whatever. That's a floor in the past now. Oh, a little bit of a bunging of it up here. That's okay, we're very fast with Mega helping us get through rooms here. We still have not encountered small rock, so I would like to get that, but at the same time, it's fairly hard to motivate me to go back to rooms that I've already been to as a result of the fact that, you know, the whole Mega Guppy thing is working out pretty well for us right now. Getting some extra ticks on the Mega charge there. More sack boys would be nice. This ended up being like a very fun run. I've had a good... It's not over yet, you know. We could encounter a reroll room or something like that, but I'm very pleased with the way this run has gone down. It's been a fun one. We had to play pretty well in the early game to keep ourselves, don't really need the Fool card anymore. We definitely do not need the Stars card, but in a way, in every way, it's better than the Fool card, I think, at this point. Oh my god, look at all those damage ticks coming in there. I really do not want to have to use our Guppy's Collar respawn, so I'm just going to keep ourselves slightly back here. This is like my ideal run. It balls out of control on the womb. We had to play relatively well before the womb to make it happen. I'm okay with this. And then finally on the chest, we're going to pop Wheel of Fortune, drop that down. Great opportunity to get a Mega Satan run here if they'll give us Dad's Key. They didn't, but they gave us Eden's Blessing. And even though Eden's Blessing can mend your life, it can also break your heart. It's double-sided, you know, it's a double-edged sword, as they say. But I think I like having it because the extra momentum off the start can be valuable. But if you were, you know, putting the gun to my head like, you gotta win the next Eden run, would I take Eden's Blessing? Probably not, because, you know, if it gives you something like Strange Attractor and you have terrible damage, you're done for, right? You're probably done for. Yo, any enemy that's in distress, first off, be out of that dress when he meets Jim West. But also at the same time, could you please not take so long to actually go through your death animation? Because you're really cutting into my Mega plays here. You don't have to cut into Mega plays, don't have to cut... You know, Refugee, Tom Petty. It don't really matter to me. Okay. I think this is a dead end as well. But I've kind of like, I'm pot committed. Don't take that as a confirmation for doing a poker tournament of shame. Rob's trying to convince us to do a poker tournament of shame. I'm not interested. But I just found this new website, fulltiltpoker.com. Okay, you get the idea. The joke's played out at this point. Why not do a poker tournament of shame? I just don't think that, like, I'm pulling the veil back. This is not zany NL anymore. This is talking business NL. I don't think poker's that watchable. And I know that there's, like, shows on TV, you know, where people play poker. And I think it would also be, like, bad for banter. But also, I don't enjoy poker as a game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Beelzebub? Not Beelzebub. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I don't like it because I'm too risk averse. You know, I only go in on hands that I'm good at, or that are already strong, and I know that's a bad habit, but then I just get mad when I'm like, well, you know, mathematically I had a much better chance to win that, but you lucked into, like, a great draw on the river. And I get that that's the game, but I'm like, it's not for me. I'm using my personal tournament of shame veto on poker, and if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I also think that if we were playing it on, like, one of the many web clients out there, it doesn't look particularly engaging. If we could play, like, Daniel Negreanu's Full Tilt Poker for the original... No, it's not the original Xbox. For the Xbox 360, maybe I would consider that, because that game is a masterpiece. Also, did you know that Daniel Negreanu is Canadian? Anyway, he's always in those ads. You've seen him. He's in the ads. It's like the longest Tech X run we've ever had here, especially with the mapping that we've gotten. There's no real excuse to go in the wrong direction, but we've done it. I'm also leaving items on the ground, which is... Whoa, we got sucked into a wormhole there. I think it's okay to leave consumables on the ground at this point, but leaving items on the ground, not acceptable. Midas Touch, beautiful. We got 74 cents. Let's finish strong. Oh my god, look at this tap shooting. Thank you, Aura. Well... That's that run. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. We are up to 24 wins in a row. Going for the quarter century next time. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.